This little menu will save you a whole lot of time and heartbreak and sorrow and tears, but don't cry. Let's get into it. Okay, I want to go over the camera movements and camera and object movements. So let's go ahead. Take a look at this. I want you to look at this. When you are in 3D, I want you to look at this like it is your video game screen, like it is your smartphone screen, right? So these first three that are lighting up as I'm going over them, they're turning yellow. Let's actually, I'm going to zoom in here a bit. Okay, much better, sorry. Okay, so when I'm highlighting the object, it's going to turn color. And so right here, this first little camera icon, this is our orbit camera. Now, if you're doing 3D, it's going to say orbit. And this is your camera view. So in a game, it's your little camera view that you have, and not every camera view is all created equal. Over here, this is it's panning your camera. So you're just kind of moving it around like this. You can try this, right? And it's really just moving this way. It's moving flat. It's moving up and down. So this is turning. So if I want to change the view, my camera view, and put the character upstairs, I want to use the first one. If I'm like, okay, this is cool, but I want to move this down, then I move this down like, I don't like that. And I'm just adjusting the camera. Now this is the dolly view, right? So when you click onto this and you go up and down with your mouse, you are dollying, and that is more of a shot. So you are dollying the shot. So it just means that you're moving in and out. And if I have over here, let's go ahead here. So I am zooming in and out of the shot. So I can make my far away shot, I can make my close-up shot. So that's what that is. Over here, this, when I click onto this, it gives me a little grid, and it is allowing the actual object to move. So you see the shadow is moving on the bottom here. Let's, your middle mouse scroll is going to change your camera lens, but we're not going to go there yet. So I'm going to zoom out. So now this is actually physically moving the object. Now, if I want to put this to the ground, there's this right here. Place this on the ground level. It drops it down to the ground level. It's this little button right here that has the box with the arrow on top of it. Now, if I want to rotate this, it's right next to it, right? If I want to snap this little horseshoe, and it's a universal icon in a lot of 3D stuff. If I have this and I start to rotate it, it's going to snap it. It's even giving me this little degree. It's giving me this little degree thing here, protractor, and so it's got a little lightning bolt next to it to let you know that it is being magnetized. It is snapping. It's called snapping. That is the term for it. And so if I turn this, it's giving me this rotated degree. So now I'm turning the object, right? If I want to move it over. So you see, it's as soon as you move it over, it goes all the way to the back of the screen, and you just got to bring it forward. So don't let that throw you off. Now, so I'm going to get rid of that. Over here, this is the sub menu. Now, interesting with the camera. Their camera operations. Object list. Let me see here. Camera. Where is it at? Panorama. There's some files, materials, preferences. Let me see. Where is my camera? Because this is changing the lens, and I was trying to find to where that is, and I forget because I don't use it all the time. All right, let me get up out of here. There's a lot of stuff with light and camera and things, but it's also right here. So we got different camera angles that you can just go to. And to center the object, it's not a, I've never really found that useful, just to be honest. So reset the model scale. If you scale this model, then that's what this can do. So material presets, there are no other materials on there. So the materials are the things that are on the outside of it. So if this came through like this little color right here, if there was another material, you could possibly change that. Select layout preset. That's not doing anything, and it was in like Japanese or Korean or something. So I don't know. Also, to let you know, if you want it, you can click on to the object. Now, you barely can see it down here, but it's giving me this little gizmo. So you see there, this is lighting up. It's doing the exact same thing that these are up here are doing. So the little circle, it's rotating. So you see that? This circle right here is going to rotate it that way. And this arrow is pulling it. And the arrows are moving it up and down. And this little sphere is going to move it that way. Around the edges here, this is sizing it. So right around this little edge, these little arrows here, these are sizing this. And it can distort it a little bit. And so now if we go back, it resets the model scale. So they try and make everything as easy as possible right here for you. And it is one of those things to where it just takes a little bit to get used to, and that's okay. And pardon my dog if you hear him in the background. So that's your basic navigation for this. Now, there are some other 3D tools here. I want to show you the 3D primitives that they have in the next video, because this does some other cool stuff that I love. And it's a newer feature. This came out in February of 2022, I think, or January. I'm going to show you that the next thing here. All right. See you in the next video.